And good morning. Welcome to Community Voice. Today is Tuesday, July 18th. I'm your host, Josh Engel. Today's program is live streaming on our WLBB Facebook page. So if you have any questions or comments for our guests, feel free to throw those in. I see Holly Presnell's tuned in right now. Sup, Holly? Good morning. Thank you all for tuning into the program. Today's guest, educator of the Bremen City School System, as well as the director of the Bremen Education Foundation, the one and only Christina Hightower. She has been an educator. She's now going into her 21st year. Is that what you said?
Correct.
21st year as an educator. And today we're going to be talking about the 2023 to 2024 membership drive for the Bremen Education Foundation. Good morning, Christina.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I am doing fabulous. Thank you.
Well, thank you for getting up bright and early. I say that as if you aren't up bright and early teaching fitness classes all over the place. But thank you for coming in the program with us today. Why don't we start with you? Tell us a bit about you. Tell us your bio. Tell us how you ended up in this place here.
Okay, well, like I said, I am an educator going into my 21st year, and I love being in the classroom. I love everything about the classroom. I love being a Bremen Blue Devil. And so last year, the end of 2021, our former superintendent, Dr. Hicks, came to me and said, listen, we really need someone to revamp the Bremen Education Foundation. It had almost gone into like a dormant status, and they said, we've looked at some marketing firms and we just don't feel like it's a good fit. And so they came to me and asked if I was willing to do it. And if I back up a little bit, they might have seen me do a little marketing for my husband, who is now a Superior Court judge. And he was a state representative for several years. And so we were definitely out and about and trying to market him at some point in our lives.
You have a little experience in that.
A little bit of experience. And so with that said, with the educational background and with my experience helping in some other places, I also have my own boot camp business that I run in the mornings from 5 to 6 a.m. So I've had to do marketing with that. And so with all of that, you know, we put it together, and they thought I'd be a good fit for the Bremen Education Foundation.
Yep. All the folks that are going into work super early, they'll probably see you with way too much energy too early in the morning, just inspiring all your classmates.
Yes, I am an early bird and an early riser, and I have a smile on my face at 4 a.m. when I wake up. So.
Did you grow up around here?
I did not. So I am originally from Gwinnett County, from Snellville, and I went to the University of West Georgia. That's where I met my husband, and I actually graduated a year before him and started teaching at Central High School, where I did my student teaching, taught there for 4 years, and then ended up in Bremen City Schools for the past 16.
Did you have a class with Dusty at West Georgia, or was it like I saw him on campus?
I did not. I did not see him on campus. He actually saw me acting crazy on one of the intramural fields, holding a sign, waving it, jumping around, and he said, that girl is crazy, and she looks like she's so much fun. I've got to meet her. And then the rest is history. And
you've put that energy into an illustrious 21-year education career. As you said, you assisted his campaigns, and here we are now. You are the director of the Bremen Education Foundation. Why don't we just take a minute to actually highlight the Bremen Education Foundation? So it, as you mentioned earlier, it was something that was once dormant, but now you're wanting to the school system's bringing it back in full force. Tell us what that is, the Bremen Education Foundation. What is its purpose, its mission, its goals?
Okay. So the purpose of the Bremen Education Foundation is to support the students and the classrooms for Bremen City Schools. It provides funding for those innovative educational opportunities that sometimes the state of Georgia just cannot provide funding for. And we believe in excellence in education in Bremen, and we want to continue that. And so we were blessed to have a very large donation come in 2002 to Bremen City Schools. And with that donation, they really needed a place to put that money. And therefore, the Bremen Education Foundation was formed. So this is a nonprofit organization. And we just needed a place to put that money. And it was specified specifically for education, not athletics, and the arts. And so we were able to do wonderful things so far. We have built our Hamilton McPherson Fine Arts Center that we have on our campus. And we have done several other great things. But since then, people don't really know about the foundation. And the only people that really have been giving over the past 20 years have been teachers out of their monthly paychecks. And we wanted to change that because we know that there are people out there that want to give and that believe in education and want to keep our city school system just creating excellent students and graduating students that will excel in our community.
Teachers are so pure, they're too pure for this world. So there are teachers in the Bremen City School System that has allocated a portion of their paychecks to go to the foundation to further support the education and the arts of the Bremen City School
And
System.
so we thought it was crazy that it has come to a point that truly the only people that were giving to the foundation were the teachers that were giving back to their own classrooms. And so, and of course, we do have some wonderful donors that do come in, but we wanted to make it a more consistent giving fund. And right now it hasn't been as consistent, and that's where I step in.
Excellent. Well, we already have some comments here. A very handsome guy, actually. Dusty Hightower says, "Good morning, excited to listen." Hey, Dusty.
Hey, sweet baby.
Yeah, there it is. Sugar,
that's right.
And earlier, we also have Holly Presnell. Is the boot camp in Bremen?
Oh, no, it is actually not in Bremen. It is in Carrollton. So I come to Carrollton in the mornings, and then I go to Bremen after that.
Holly, come on into Carrollton. You can hit the boot camp here in Carrollton.
That's right.
Time is 8:36. We're going to go ahead and take our first commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to get right into it. The 2023-2024 membership drive for the Bremen Education Foundation as we continue our conversation with the one and only Christina Hightower. Stay with us.
The AP Scholar Journey at Oak Mountain Academy is designed to provide students with a clearly defined advanced placement curriculum track to earn a series of distinctions upon graduation. This journey enables academically prepared students to pursue college-level studies throughout 17 AP courses in 5 subject categories while enrolled at OMA. I'm Patrick Uran, head of school, inviting you to journey with us on the mountain. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us. Discover your journey at OMA. Prepare, explore, and achieve.
Health is a journey. It's making better choices, even when it's not easy. It's taking care of yourself and the people you love. At Tanner Health System, we're there for you with every step, with primary care, heart care, cancer care, women's care, orthopedics, surgical services, and so much more. We're dedicated to helping you live and feel your best. So let's get on that journey to health. You've got places to be for many years to come. Find us at tanner.org.
And I'm glad.
And we're back to Community Voice. That's our guest right there, Christina Hightower. She's an educator with the Bremen City School System. We are chatting about the Bremen Education Foundation 2023 to 2024 membership drive. I'm your host, Josh Engel. I'm not sure if I mentioned it already, but yeah, today's Tuesday, July 18th, and we are live streaming on our WLBB Facebook page. If you're thinking about throwing a comment in, you're already behind. There's already some comments that have come in. So if you have any questions or comments for our guest, toss them in there, and I'd be happy to read them out to our guest here today. So Christina Hightower, 21-year educator here at the Bremen City School System. If you're just tuning in, be sure to check out the full episode. We just kind of chatted a bit about what brought Christina up to this point, as well as a refresher on the Bremen Education Foundation. Why don't we cover that one more time, just for folks who may just now be tuning in? One more time, the mission of the Bremen Education Foundation.
Okay, so the Bremen Education Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and its goal is to help support the students and the teachers at Bremen City Schools, and it provides funding for those innovative educational opportunities that the state of Georgia cannot provide the funding for.
Excellent. So let's chat about this past year, because this is something, as you mentioned, that was really put in motion back in 2002. Mm-hmm. It has somewhat become dormant. There are donors, but a lot of the donations now, the consistent donations, are coming from actual educators from the Bremen City School System. So can you chat about, tell us about what you've been up to this past year in terms of revamping the Bremen Education Foundation?
Yes, well, it has been an exciting year. So when I was given this opportunity, the Bremen Education Foundation did not have an email address. It did not have a website. It did not have any social media. it did not even have a way to give online. So we had a lot to catch up to be honest with you. And so over the past year, we have created an email address just in case people wanted to email us. We have an online giving through PayPal. We have an active website. It's BremenEducationFoundation.com. So please go visit our website. And we have social media. So we have done a lot of work over the past year.
I'm talking about bringing the foundation into the 21st century.
Correct. And we even have started an alumni, not chapter, but a way of collecting information from our alumni, which we've never had before. So we can reach back out to those that have just gotten so much out of the Bremen City Schools, our education. And so we've reached back out to them. We've reached out to some of our educators that have retired, and we have started just a large network now where we can reach back out to those that have been given so much and now that they can give back to them.
Yeah, I mean, this is an opportunity. Folks are no stranger to this. Folks that are very loyal to their university or to their school system they grew up in, they want to make sure that the next generations have the same kind of experience that they had that helped shape them into the successful person they are today. So this gives them an opportunity to, I mean, this is very professional. This is like how universities do it. I mean, this is an opportunity to reconnect with alumni, and then they could turn around and take stewardship of this foundation to help the next generations.
Yes. And so this year has, the way I look at it as a math teacher, I look at it, this is going to be exponential growth. So we're kind of hovering on the ground right now. We're establishing the foundation of the foundation. And once we have that, then this is just going to take off, because I think that everybody believes in education. They believe in Bremen City Schools. And we have done a great job of getting the word out this past year. We've had 2 major events this past year. We had a superhero 5K, which was super fun, and we all dressed up, and we raised money for the foundation. And then this past spring, we had a stand-up for the kids. It was a comedy night, and that was at Muse Farm in March. And that also, all of those proceeds went straight back to the foundation, which goes straight back to the students in the classrooms.
So those are, 2 very fun events. You had a superhero-themed 5K, and then this comedy show. I mean, just local comedians? Was it like an open mic situation, or did teachers have to do a set?
I almost had some teachers get up there, but no, we had 2 comedians come in from Atlanta. They performed at Muse Farm. We had food trucks, and we also had our Jones Elementary School principal, Cy Brown. He is also a singer on the side, and so he performed some country music in between, and the whole night was a blast. The only negative comment I got was that it should have lasted longer. So it was great.
That's the kind of negative comments we want.
I'll take it. That's right.
That's the kind of reviews we want.
That's right.
So 2 events already in the bag. Those turned out very successful. I mean, they raised a fair amount of funds, which went straight into the foundation.
Correct. And so from those funds, we were able to give 17 classroom grants in the spring. And those grants were just a variety of different things going into the classroom. Some of them were STEM opportunities. There's a garden being put in at Jones Elementary School for our students to cultivate and vegetables and flowers. And we also were able to purchase a floor positioning device for one of our wheelchair-bound students so they could get out of their wheelchair and go down onto the ground during story time, just like their classmates.
What? That's fantastic.
Yes, it's amazing. So, of course, there are a lot more than that. But again, 17 classroom grants and then 2 student scholarships, all in our first year of really, just revamping the foundation.
So it's in a great place. You have a board of associates. We don't have to go down all the members, but I imagine a lot of them are either current or former educators.
Yes, we actually, and great community members. So our board chair is Dave Pollard. I'm sure you've seen him. He's on billboards everywhere.
And commercials. And radio commercials.
There you go. And so Dave is a great chairperson. He helps lead our board. And our board is made up of community members and educators and advocates for our students. So I have to tell one quick story. We have one educator on our board, and we go on this Washington, D.C. field trip every year for the fifth graders. And there was this one student, 4.0 student, great student, and just did not have the funds to go. And so there was a group of teachers, they have the biggest hearts. They were all going to get together, and I'll pay $250 if you'll pay $250, and I'll pay $250. And I was like, whoa, 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 y'all. If we can use foundation funds in specific situations, then that's what the money is there for. It is to support the educational experience of students. Now, it is a case-by-case situation, but there are times when I think we need to step in and say, that's what our foundation is for.
Resist that knee-jerk reaction to take care of it yourself, which is what these educators have been doing.
That's what we always do. You need markers, you need a 3-ring binder, you need Kleenex for the classroom, you need extra, things for this specific project. That's what we do. Educators have a heart for our students. And now I would love to see in the future the foundation be able to take this over with our classroom grants and be able to help students and teachers give just excellence in education.
So let's talk about this upcoming year. You got some great events in the bag, managed to raise some funds, change some students' lives here with these trips and everything else. Let's talk about some of the events you have planned.
Okay, well, so the big thing about this year is we have never had a membership drive. We've never had a membership for the Bremen Education Foundation. So we are starting that this year. So all students should see at open house or in their Friday folders an application for the foundation for the membership. Now, a membership is only $10 a month. So that's $120 a year. And I think all of us have probably had a Starbucks latte at some point that was about $10 each month. And if we could give $10 back to a nonprofit, it's tax deductible. That membership, it goes straight back into our classrooms and to our students. And there's nothing more important for our future than educated students that are out there and want to go conquer the world. And that's what I want to see happen in our Bremen City School system.
Excellent, excellent. So this is an attempt, a formalized membership drive. The applications have went out with the students. So yeah, what kind of events do you got planned?
Well, so for all of our members that give the $120 yearly or $10 a month, they will all get a decal to put on their car. Our business sponsors, we also have a business drive, sponsorship drive going out. They will have decals for their windows of their businesses. And we are going to have quarterly coffees with our principals and superintendent this year, just to give the opportunity for these members to come into the school system, come into the high schools, come into the middle and elementary schools, speak to the principals on a personal level, and speak to our superintendents, and just hear what we have going on and what we have going for the future, what we plan for the future. So it's a great opportunity on a personal level to sit down with our administrators and just chat with them.
Excellent. All right. Yeah. Cool. Well, how about after that?
So we are going to have a fundraiser in the fall. We are stepping away from the 5K for this year, and we are going to do a school or system-wide Krispy Kreme fundraiser like some of our other systems around here do. And then in the spring, we're having our Stand Up for the Kids comedy night again. We have a magician/comedian coming in for that in this coming March.
When you have so much talent, you can't just stick with one. You got to do both. Magician and comedian. What more could you ask for?
That's right. So we have a great gentleman coming in, and we will be selling tickets for that in January.
Awesome. Well, tell you what, it's 8:49. We're going to take our second commercial break. But when we come back, we'll wrap up our conversation with Mrs. Christina Hightower, educator with the Bremen City School System, as well as director of the Bremen Education Foundation, as we chat about the 2023-2024 membership drive. Stay with us.
The customized academic scholar journey at Oak Mountain Academy is individually designed to provide students with a personalized, clearly defined academic track that earns the student a series of distinctions upon graduation. This journey enables academically driven students to pursue a focused, rigorous course of study personalized to their wants and desires. I'm Patrick Uran, head of school, inviting you to journey with us on the mountain. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us. Discover your journey at OMA. Prepare, explore, and achieve.
Health is a journey. It's making better choices, even when it's not easy. It's taking care of yourself and the people you love. At Tanner Health System, we're there for you with every step, with primary care, heart care, cancer care, women's care, orthopedics, surgical services, and so much more. We're dedicated to helping you live and feel your best. So let's get on that journey to health. You've got places to be for many years to come. Find us at tanner.org.
We're back to Community Voice, Tuesday, July 18th. I'm your host, Josh Engel. We are live streaming on our WLBB Facebook page, so if you have any last-minute questions or comments for our guest, feel free to throw those in there. I'd be happy to read them out to our guest here. The guest being Christina Hightower, educator with the Bremen City School System for 21 years now, and the director of the reinvigorated Bremen Education Foundation. Be sure to check out the full episode of this program, either the podcast or the live stream, so that you can get the full story, because it's it's inspiring. I mean, you have an organization that was set up to do such good things, and it was kept afloat by some donors and teachers that were supporting the organization, and now it's bigger and better than ever. So let's chat about the leadership liaisons, the students that really stepped up and assisted in this growth.
So this past year, I was given a leadership class in school. So it was during the school day, and it was one of the blocks that I taught, and I had a group of fabulous students that just stepped up to the plate. They learned a lot about leadership, about planning and programming events. They helped sell tickets. They helped create some of the forms. They learned how to use all of the Google apps. They learned how to use Canva, and they made phone calls, just like grown adults would, to try to garner support, to get donations. We delivered information to different businesses locally. These students, they did so much for the foundation. So they were the liaisons. But on top of that, we also did leadership lessons several days a week. They went through an Emily Post business etiquette course, and they read The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. So these students, they learned so much about life and really how to plan and program events and how to communicate effectively with adults.
Shout out to the leadership liaisons.
They are awesome.
Personifying why a foundation like this is so important.
Absolutely.
These kids really stepping above. I mean, I'm just seeing like one of those 90s call-a-thons with a bunch of kids.
Absolutely.
With a bunch of rotary phones. Like, come on.
Yes.
I know you want to give. Let's
Absolutely.
go.
They were, I promise, they were better than I was. So they could get on there and really solicit a few donations. And I truly just love teaching these students, and they became like a little family. And I'm just so proud of what they learned in my class.
Always be a part of the history of this foundation.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Of the regrowth. That's such great news. Good for those kids. Well, here we are. Everyone's hyped. Everyone's inspired and excited about this foundation. Clearly, the energy is infectious. People know that this is a great thing, and it's so good that it's coming back in this full form, this new form. How can people like myself, people tuning in, how can they contribute to the good work that the Bremen Education Foundation has already accomplished and will continue to accomplish moving forward?
So there are two different ways. Obviously, we are pushing this membership drive, which is, again, $10 a month. Our teachers, we have about 90% of our teachers give $5 a month out of their paycheck. So I don't think it's too much to ask for $10 a month going directly back into education. It is, like I said, tax deductible. The easiest way to give is to go onto our website or to click the QR code that takes you directly to our PayPal link.
Excellent. And the website for folks that want some more information.
It is BremenEducationFoundation.com. And there's also a link on the Bremen City Schools website. So they can go either from the BremenCS.com or they can just Google Bremen Education Foundation and we will pop up.
Excellent. Well, Christina, thank you so much for what you're doing for the foundation and for the Bremen City School System and for coming on the program to talk with us.
Well, thank you. And I'm going to give one more shout out. I think my 2 children are listening. So if I'm on the radio, I would need to say hello and good morning to Stella June and Waylon for getting up this early with me to be here.
Stella and Waylon, you're the best. You guys have an awesome mom. Christina, thank you. For all of you tuning in, we'll see you next time.